And today this video is going to be showing you guys how to take a few steps to make sure that your canvas is going to be as prepped and ready to go as possible for you guys to begin your paintings. I'm going to show you guys a quick few little tips that I like to do when getting ready to start painting on my canvas. Alright, first things first, I know this looks a little wonky, but my canvas is a little bit bigger than like what the actual 5x7 dimensions are. So I'm going to cut it in half also because I like having the little white border. So just you're going to start out, I already measured out, so measured out the dimensions that you want of your paper, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with prepping our canvas. Now what I mean by prepping our canvas is we need to take a few steps to make sure that the paint and everything is going to stick as well as possible. So while we do have this regular canvas and it has a little bit of a texture to it, if you can see, this is helpful, but we want to make sure that the paint has more texture to grip onto so you get that best color possible. I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'll cut to that. Right here as straight as possible. Now what this does is now I'm going to do something called gessoing. And gessoing is this type of paint that you put on your canvas before you start painting, and it's basically like priming your canvas. It puts down this layer of thick white paint that I'm able to then spread around on the canvas, and I'll have a thicker, more textured surface to lay on. A bristle brush, which is a brush with a little bit more texture. And we're just gonna do a nice even coating. I'm not using a huge brush just because I have not that big of a canvas.
So yeah, oops, sorry, my fingers are in it. Just get a nice, doesn't have to be perfect, like it really just needs. I leave the tape on even after the gesso dries, because then when you take the tape off, it's gonna give you an even cleaner cut border. That's really gonna allow you to have that crisp, clean border where it looks like there's no paint overlap.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and let that dry for a few minutes, and then we'll get started on building our composition. I like to do the one final, so whenever I'm ready to be almost done, I know I just switched the direction, but so right when we're about to finish, I like to pick one direction to just do a final run through, so that way it's just an even one paint stroke direction. Okay, now that most of my canvas is pretty much like dry, it's pretty dry to the touch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pencil. I have a sketching pencil here. I have 2H, so it's not super hard. And what I like to do is like just a simple little, so you guys know the rule of thirds. So
I'm just going to go in here and kind of just do a little light gray. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll zoom it in a sec. You guys can't see, and just do a quick little.
I know it's not perfect, but it's just kind of, it gives me an idea of the general dimensions so I can kind of keep an eye when I'm looking at the photo of if my subjects are proportionately placed. Okay, so for the first one, I'm going to start with, since I'm doing the two figures of the photo, I'll put it in right here. I'm going to start out with, so my dad, the photo, the guy, the figure on the right is kind of looking sort of that way on an angle. It's not perfectly straight, so we're just going to start with that. That's a good way to start a face. And then we're going to bring it in. All faces have a little chin. This is just a general idea to get a good skull shape. And then you've got me right here. I'm looking more straight at the camera.
Put it right up there. And then pretty much we've got the exact same head shape, so. Okay, now we've got
two heads. And so now I kind of wanted more of a crop. I wanted to do more of a cropped look like we've seen in some of the other artist examples. I wanted it more of an intimate moment. Another thing I want you guys to keep in mind is sometimes you're not always right. So I'm kind of looking at this sketch right here, and I'm noticing that I put this up a little bit too high. So if the whole face, your eyes are going to be in the more center of your face. So it's actually going to bring that down to like here. But the whole point I'm showing you this is because I want you to keep in mind that sketches really, you need to make sure that you're not getting too far into your head. I do this all the time when I'm starting a composition where I dive really far into something and I think it's going to look great. And you know, for some reason the sketch may not just look that good in the moment, and that's totally okay. So it's okay to just kind of take your time, take a step back, you know, make sure you're kind of looking at your painting from a distance, see like, are the proportions lining up? And if not, that is totally okay. Luckily for you, you're working in pencil, so what can you do? You can just erase and try again. And remember, you're going to be painting on top of this, so it's okay. Nothing's really set in stone. I drew a little eye in there. That's not a good eye shape. That's not going to do me any good. So, yeah, just make sure you're not taking this too seriously. This should be fun. Okay, and one of the final things that I like to do is I kind of like to sketch in general shapes and figures and like textures that I'm gonna have, and then what I like to do is, I don't know if you can tell, but I like to label the colors that I'm gonna be putting in. I'm someone who's very disorganized, and if I don't label it beforehand, I'm gonna forget. So I like to do a quick little, sketch of like, okay, let's add this right here, add that right there, and we'll be good to go. All right, guys, I really do believe in you. I think you guys are gonna do a great job this project, so I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.